Good evening and welcome to KBCSports.com, or PlayOnSports.com, formerly KBCSports.com. And we thank you all for joining us this evening as we are just underway. Steele Canyon versus Cathedral. I'm Andrew Jensen alongside Thomas Conroy. Steele Canyon has the football, and they just picked up a first down as they have it first down and 10 from their own 38.
Yeah, nice catch by Johnny Ovalari right there as he went across the middle. Made a good catch. The kid is 5'9", 140. So he showed great grit there going across the middle with a safety coming right on top of him.
Brandon Andrade, the running back, hands it off to Lonnie Tuff, who gets his first carry of the season, and Tuff goes nowhere. Gets back to about the line of scrimmage. But big story in Lonnie Tuff as he was having a great year last year. Injury forced him to miss most of the season, and he is back at full strength and really kind of the heart and soul of this offense for Steele Canyon.
Yeah, Kyle Davis came up, shedded a block, and came inside to really stuff that hole right there from between the tackle and the guard on the right side.
So 2nd and 10. Two wideouts on each side. Andrade under pressure, or ball is knocked loose, and it will be incomplete, bringing up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, nice play there by Taylor Asoli right there. He came up and partially tipped the ball. Pressure on the outside came from defensive lineman Chris Gomez, the junior. Came in hard on the quarterback and gave him a good hit just as he was releasing the pass.
Just underway here on PlayOnSports.com. 10:26 in the first quarter. Scoreless first drive of the game. Steele Canyon has a 3rd and 10 from their own 36. Andrade under pressure, flips it out. Has a man for a slight gain there. Pickup of a couple. I believe that was LaShawn Ware, who made that catch.
Yeah, Ware, nice play there. It was a center screen. Andrade really brought the pressure of the defensive lineman towards him. Took the hit as he released the ball and picked up about 5 yards on the play, Andrew. But I think it's going to be 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 6.
4th down. So after the Cougars are able to pick up one first down, the drive stalls, and they'll have to punt this one away. Price is back to receive the punt, fields it out to 21, crosses the 25, trying to get to the outside at the 30. At the 35, still going at the 40, 45, 50, and chased out of bounds inside Steele Canyon territory at about the 49. A nice return there by the returnman for Cathedral Catholic.
Parker Price here, the senior, really followed his blockers, as you said, out to the outside of the far sidelines and ran down the sidelines untouched, used his speed to get inside Steele Canyon territory here for first down for the Cathedral Catholic offense.
So here comes Garrett Bogart, the senior quarterback for the Dons, as they have it 1st and 10 from the Cougar 49. Bogart going deep, has a man, and he completes it. Touchdown on the first play to Xavier Williams, 49 yards out, and Xavier Williams, welcome back to football. His first football game in a couple of years. Beats the defender for an easy 49-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, 2 years away from the game, and right there they go on a deep pattern to see how he can run downfield, and he just blew past the cornerback there. Safety couldn't come over to help out, and what really was impressive on that pass play, Bogart hit him right on the run as he kept on striding. He caught the ball, and he went easily into the end zone, beating his man by at least 5 yards.
Christian Fanning in for the extra point, and it is good. 7-0, just like that. Cathedral Catholic on top. 9.5 left here in the first quarter on PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up with Play On Sports School Broadcasting Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP for more information.
So Xavier Williams, the basketball star for Cathedral, and they were able to get him back on the football field, and didn't take him long to make his presence felt.
Well, and all the talk in the pregame was possibly how much rust he had being away from the sport for 2 years. Well, he has none, as they caught him on a 48-yard touchdown pass for the touchdown, and it's an early 6-0 lead for Cathedral Catholic.
Well, it should be 7-0 as Fanning knocked that extra point through. So Cathedral getting ready to kick this one off. And it's going to sail into the end zone for an automatic touchback. In high school, as soon as it crosses the end zone, it's automatic touchback. So Steele Canyon will take over.
But that has to deflate him just a little bit, Andrew. One play defensively, and you're already down a touchdown as the Cathedral Catholic threw the 48-yard touchdown pass, Bogert to Williams. So right now the offense can't get a little bit off track here. They have to stay within the game plan. They did penetrate a little bit on Cathedral Catholic. I think they're going to have to pick up the blitz a little bit more here on their second drive of the season.
So Andrade will hand it off on a fly sweep there to Ortega, and Ortega has nowhere to go as he is chased out of bounds. And it's going to bring up second down in about 9.
Great string out play there by the Cathedral Catholic defense, kind of making the run back kind of string along the offensive line there until he had to step out of bounds for a minimal gain if he had any.
So second down, we'll just call it 10. Andrade drops back, has time, fires, and has a man, completes it. And still going down the sideline before chased out at about the 42. And it looks like that's Markel Lindley who makes that catch and gets some solid yards after the catch, brings it out to the 42. Big pickup.
Yeah, good play right there as Andrade once again handles the pressure well. Saw his open man and got a good throw out to him, so they get a first down here. A little breakdown in coverage there by the Dons, but nevertheless they did catch up with him just near the midfield mark.
So Andrade under center. On the draw, gets it to Tuft. Tuft has some room, has a first down, and is knocked down inside Cathedral territory. A big pickup there on the draw play. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Cathedral 38.
Yeah, that's where Lonnie Tuff is really going to excel, is with that delayed draw right there as you allow the defensive line to kind of penetrate into the backfield. That's going to open up a huge space for him, and with his speed, he could pretty much beat linebackers going from hash mark to hash mark.
So Tuft remains in the backfield. He'll get the carry. This
Loose
time
ball.
he goes nowhere. It looks like the ball may have came loose, but it's going to stay here with Steele Canyon.
I think Ware got lucky. He came right back towards him as it was partially taken out of his hands. Came off the turf right back in his hands, so luckily he regained possession.
So under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter on PlayOnSports.com. Cathedral has the lead, 7-0. 1st and 10, Andrade rolls. Looks like he's going to run this one, and he is going to clipped out of bounds after he picks up a couple. It'll be third down and about 8.
Great read by Osole right there coming up from the safety position to lay a hit on the quarterback Andrade as he did a little naked bootleg out off the right tackle there to pick up a few.
I think you might be in 4-down territory right here if you're Steele Canyon. So we'll see what they elect to do here on this 3rd and long.
Yeah, and I think that's also been their history too, taking the 4 downs here when they get inside the 40.
Andrade stays in the pocket, fires over the middle, nice completion. Yeah, I believe that was Howard. That's Brandon Howard. And wait, official comes flying in and saying that it, okay, no, it looks like they're going to wave it off. They said that he did make the catch at the 25. Nice catch by Howard, and even better to hold on to it after he was hit, and a first down for Steele Canyon.
Yeah, great concentration right there by Howard as he kept his eye right on Andrade as he threw the ball perfectly into his hands. He knew he was going to take a lick, and he did a 360 in the air to come down with the reception.
So Andrade will have it 1st and 10 from the 25, and there's movement on the line. That's going to push Steele back 5 yards, makes it 1st and 15 from the 30.
And those are the type of mistakes they're going to have to stay away from in this game if they want to be competitive with the Dons. Can't move back when you're getting a little momentum on this defense. You got to keep them back on their heels, because if you keep going back and making yourself long down situations, they're going to go right to the blitz, Cathedral Catholic, and come right in on your quarterback.
And those are the kind of mistakes you expect to see early on in the season. And as the year progresses, as a coach, you hope that you see less and less of those kind of unforced mistakes. 1st and 15. And again, movement.
Right tackle.
And they'll move them back 5 more yards. So instead of 1st and 15, now it's 1st and 20.
Yeah, Bryce Kelly, the talented 6'5", 290 tackle there, moved just before the snap of the ball there, trying to get into pass protection position.
So after that big pickup by Howard to get the first down inside the 30, now they are moved back 10 yards without even having an official play.
Really what this does to you now, it takes Tufts out of the game. You're going to have to go now with a more passing attack here to kind of penetrate this Don's tough defense.
So 1st and 20. Andrade will bring his team up to the line. We have a stoppage here for a moment as officials are trying to get something situated. And it looks like whatever it is situated.
Thought maybe Coach Joe wanted a substitution. They weren't going to allow it.
So 1st and 20. Andrade under center. He'll look to throw, stays in the pocket, fires over the middle, has a man, and it's complete. That's to Howard again. And Howard is brought down inside the 20 at about the 17-yard line. So a huge pickup of close to 17 yards, and it's 2nd down and short.
Yeah, Parker Price was in zone, but he went after the football and could not come up with it. That allowed Howard to get reception, but more importantly, he got yards after the reception as a breakdown by the safety to come over to help out Parker. Allowed him to get inside the 20, close to the 15-yard line. Smart play there by Steele Canyon.
So 2nd down, and we'll call it 2. Andrade under center. He's going to draw to Tuff. Tuff makes the initial man miss. The ball came loose, and Cathedral says they have it. They do. So a big turnover there for Steele Canyon as they move the football down the field, but a turnover gives it back to the Dons, and the Dons with the lead will retake possession.
Cody Claremont for Cathedral, or excuse me, let me get the number on that. Number 60, I believe it was number 60, Jack Sullivan made a nice play right there as he came from behind to strip the ball from Tuff and put it right on the turf, and nicely picked up there by the Dons for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 now for the Dons at the 16, and here comes the handoff, straight ahead run for the Dons. Not much there as the interior line for the Cougars stopped the runner right there.
Just wanted to get verification. Apparently they missed that last extra point. I saw the official put his hand up as it signaled good, but apparently it was no good. And so it's 6-0 Cathedral as they have it 2nd down and about 7.
Yeah, we didn't hear any official announcement over the intercom here over the stadium, so.
I just wanted to go get verification. Oh, it is? Okay, so now I'm getting verification. It was good, so 7-0. Not going crazy. It's like, wait a minute, I saw the official.
Now we got
false start on Cathedral, moving them back 5 yards.
So both teams right here in the early going, kind of a little sloppy play here.
So 2nd down and 12. And like I said, I mean, this is something you'll expect first game of the year, first quarter. A lot of these penalties and turnovers and things like that, as a coach anyway, you're hoping will start to limit as the season progresses.
Getting back to that fumble, Andrew, that's a tough break for Steele Canyon. They were going in and possibly keeping that Don's defense on their heels, and a nice little strip there on Tuff to get that turnover.
2nd and 12, handoff towards the right side, a pickup of a few before
still going
down.
Loose ball.
Oh,
we didn't get a whistle. And I think Steele Canyon's got it.
Well, the referees are trying. It looked like he was down there in the middle of the pile, but they never blew the whistle. Now they are saying it is Steele Canyon football.
Yeah, the legs were moving there. Number 22 for Cathedral Catholic, Chris Moliga, was running it, and then he just got stripped of the ball as he was on his 2nd effort there.
Well,
tough break.
I learned a lesson there. They say keep playing until the whistle goes. That goes for the broadcasters as well. I thought they were going to blow the whistle there when he was in the middle of the pack and kept going.
Most times they would, but he kept moving his feet, so the back judge was not going to blow the whistle. It's his call right there.
So Steele Canyon catches a break. They'll get the ball back at the 25.
Very strange beginning. Both teams with a turnover apiece on very weird fumbles. Not known to turn over the ball in early going.
Andrade stays in the pocket, fires, has his man looking towards the end zone. Is he in? He is in the end zone. Touchdown, Steele Canyon.
Howard.
That's Howard again. That's his 3rd catch of the game, and that one, athleticism, got him into the end zone from 25 yards out, and Steele Canyon looks to tie this one up.
Yeah, he did a move on Parker again, on Parker Price of Cathedral Catholic, number 34, spun him around and really got him off balance. He cut it to the inside towards the hash marks, then made a sharp cut to the outside Andrade hit him right as he made the cut to the outside, and then he just used his speed to go near the sidelines to get to that near cone for the touchdown.
Steele Canyon will try to tack on the extra point here. Kick is up, and the kick is no good. As Zach Vance could not convert on the extra point, so Cathedral still leads by 1, 7-6, with 4:31 left here in the first quarter on PlayOnSports.com.
PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter. It gives you the news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us on PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter, and you can also have access to thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
I'm Andrew Jensen alongside Thomas Conroy, live here from Steele Canyon High School in Spring Valley, just outside of San Diego, and it's cooled off about 20 degrees since we got here a little bit earlier this afternoon. Nice evening here.
Unbelievable start to this football game, Andrew.
Yeah, a lot of action, turnovers, and big plays, and we've only played a half of a quarter.
Cathedral Catholic's first offensive play of the season is a 48-yard touchdown pass from Bogart to Williams, and then on a turnover, Steele Canyon capitalized on their first play, a pass play of 25 yards from Brandon Adre to his main receiver, Brendan Howard, number 23.
So the kick return, the flag comes flying out as it's brought out to about the 27-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10 for Cathedral from about the 27, but there is a flag on the play, so we'll see what that's all about. Steele Canyon taking advantage of that last turnover, getting on the board, kind of making up for their previous turnover they had. But missing the extra point, Cathedral is on top by 1.
Trying to settle out the penalty here. Looks like it's on the Cougars.
It's not very often it's a face mask penalty on the kicking team, and not very often you see a penalty on the kicking team on kickoffs. So move them up 5 yards. It'll be Cathedral's football, first and 10 from their own 32. Bogart under center. Hands the ball off on an end around. Pickup of about 5. And it's going to be second down and 5 as Maliga was the ball carrier there for the Dons.
And I like Coach Doyle going back to Maliga after turning the ball over and allowing that score. He still has confidence in the young kid as he came in motion to get the handoff.
Handoff to Johnson, and Johnson driving the pile forward. It looks like he has enough for the first down. It's going to depend on the spot, but from up here it looks like it will be a first down, and Johnson showing his strength.
Yeah, he's going to be the main horse in this running attack for the Dons. Cathedral Catholic's Tony Johnson has the size and the speed at 6'2", 205, so he can definitely run from tackle to tackle, and also has the speed if he needs to cut it to the outside and challenge the secondary downfield.
It's first and 10 for the Dons from their own 42. Bogart rolls, looking to throw, fires the opposite side, has a man wide open, and it looks like Wilson is going to be knocked down near the end zone.
It's awfully close if he got in or not.
Or Theo Johnson, or Hartson. Awfully close to the end zone, but I believe he's going to be just short. He'll be down at about the 1 yard line. Bogart 2 for 2 and close to 100 yards already.
Yeah, and what you see right away with Bogart, you can see why he's really being looked at a lot by D1 schools. Great footwork there as he sets up in the pocket perfectly and has a great release and a good strong arm downfield.
So first and goal from the 2 for Cathedral. Handoff towards the right side.
I don't think he made it.
Looks like that was Johnson, but I think Tony Johnson is just shy.
Yeah, great penetration there by the Cougars front line right there. They kind of stopped Johnson right at the line of scrimmage.
So second down and goal. 7-6, Cathedral leads, 2:55 left in the first quarter. Bogart getting the play in as they break the huddle on 2nd down and goal from the 1. Cathedral looking to extend their lead. Bogart will keep it himself and dives forward. Is he in? No signal yet. Still,
and it is.
There it is. Touchdown on the keeper by Bogart. So he'll throw one, and now he rushed for one. And the Dons have increased their lead to 13-6 with the extra point pending.
Yeah, he got initially stopped at the line of scrimmage, Andrew, but his second effort, as he tucked under one of the inside linebackers trying to push him back, and he did break the plane of the goal for that touchdown. And the Cathedral Catholic now will kick the extra point here.
Christian Fanning will come in and try to tack on the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-6. Cathedral on top of Steele Canyon here on PlayOnSports.com. 2:29 left in the first quarter.
PlayOn Sports is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from all across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
I'm Andrew Jensen alongside Thomas Conroy. Cathedral has extended their lead. Bogart doing it all. 2 for 2, throwing the football close to 100 yards there, and a 1-yard touchdown rush just a moment ago.
And nice effort there by Cathedral Catholic after giving up a score off of a turnover. They went right downfield and made a nice play there to get the touchdown. And it was highlighted there by Bogart's long throw to Theo Hartson on it as he went cross field on a great release there by Bogart.
So Steele Canyon will look to answer here in front of this opening night large crowd here at Steele Canyon High. Kick is up, and it will be into the end zone for a touchback.
So that last night in the University of Connecticut game, a little tip pass on an interception against Massachusetts. So
tried to keep the ball from going across, trying to tip it to his other return man so they have a chance to return, but goes into the end zone for a touchback, and Steele Canyon will take over from their 20.
I think both teams now kind of settled down to get the pregame jitters out of the way, opening game of the season, and now I think we're just going to see good, solid football for the rest of the way.
2 good teams, traditional powerhouses here. Steele Canyon's head coach, Scott Longerbone, his first head coaching job here tonight. Andrade fires and has it complete. And he gets it over to Brandon Howard again, who's having himself a huge night. Picks up the first down as he picks up about 12. Howard already with 4 receptions.
Yeah, he's giving them a problem there right off the little short pattern. That time the quarterback threw a little bit high, but a nice reception nevertheless by the Cougar receiver.
And you got to give Andrade a lot of credit for staying in the pocket as well and finding Howard. Andrade, a quick screen pass over to the far side and a pickup of about 10.
LaShawn Ware right there with the screen pass, Andrew, to get it outside, and really challenged the outside linebackers on Cathedral's defense there to kind of contain them, and got a first down. Nicely done.
So 1st and 10 now for Steele Canyon as they are methodically moving it down the field once again, and they've show no problem in the early going of moving the football.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk with the coaching change whether or not the offensive philosophy would change on the Cougars, and it has not thus far.
Andrade hands the ball off. The ball is...
Thought it was loose, maybe not.
Steele Canyon has it. Lonnie Tuff had nowhere to go, ran into a sea of Cathedral Dons there. In fact, he may have lost a yard. No gain, so 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, nice penetration there by the interior front for Cathedral Catholic to get on top of Tuff. They've contained him pretty well here, except for that one delayed draw that he had early in the first quarter here.
So Andrade under center again on 2nd and 10. He's going to look to throw. Fires, and it has a man. Did he come down with it? I believe he did.
Nice reception.
And this one is Tommy Tyler.
Tyler showed great height, great jumping ability there to jump over the DB to make that catch as Andrade's pass kind of laid up there a little bit and hung a little too long in the air. Tyler stopped his route a little bit short to make that reception. So a nice play by the receiver.
So 1st and 10. Andrade again will look to throw. Fires and has a man complete over the middle, and that's over to Lawrence Dickens, who makes the reception there, and another 1st down for Steele Canyon.
And Andrade right now getting everybody involved in the offensive attack there to keep them fresh and honest and let them play downfield. So nice quarterbacking here by the Cougars, underrated QB, Andrade.
So Andrade again in the rhythm under center, 2 wideouts on each side. Hands the ball off to Tough, nothing there. Ball looks like was loose.
And they're scrambling again.
Yeah, it is loose, and Cathedral has it. The 2nd fumble for Tough. So again, Steele Canyon moving the football with no problem, and yet again they turn the ball over, and Cathedral will take over at about their 26-yard line.
Yeah, nice penetration once again by Cathedral Catholic to get inside on Tufts, and they gave him a good solid hit from the outside, and that jarred the ball loose, and it was a good pickup. So another costly turnover by the Cougars, their 2nd one of the game.
And both times were deep inside Cathedral territory. Steele Canyon was fortunate enough to force a turnover right back and score the last time they turned it over. Let's see if their defense can bail them out again here after this last turnover. 1:08.
Couldn't get the number on that Cathedral Catholic D lineman that made the hit.
14-6, Cathedral has the lead. Handoff. And a pickup of about 3 or 4. And that is Maliga. Picks up a few, and I believe that is going to be it for the 1st quarter. So after 1 quarter of play here on PlayOnSports.com, 14-6, Cathedral has the lead.
Stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show, where we will select our play of the game, as well as wrap up all the action from this ball game. That's coming up. Follow the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
So a very entertaining 1st quarter. Saw 3 touchdowns scored, 2 by Cathedral, 1 by Steele Canyon, and we saw 3 turnovers.
Yeah, sloppy but explosive for Cathedral Catholic. And you really got to like the way Bogart is handling himself in the pocket, setting himself nicely, and really throwing a good spiral, a good tight spiral in the air, and catching his receivers on the run so they can go downfield and get some more yardage after the catch. So he's doing an excellent job. And right now for Steele Canyon, they're in this game. They just got to turn. They cannot turn the ball over when they're deep inside the Dons' territory.
So 2nd down and about 6 after that pickup before the half by Maliga. Hartson goes in motion, and we have flags on the field.
There's a flag on the play.
And this one looks like it's going against
the Dons. Yeah, that's usually the case. Some type of delay game.
We here at Steele Canyon in our prime seats here behind the fence up on the hill.
I love the way the field is situated
to
kind of give it a look. It's in between the mountains here up in Spring Valley, and it's just a beautiful setting, especially when the sun goes down at night. You can see all the hilltops here overlooking this fantastic field.
The 5-yard penalty will move them back. Makes it 2nd down and 11. Bogart will line up under center, trying to get that yardage back. He's going to throw, fires to the far side, and the ball is, did come up with that?
Caught. Xavier Williams with another catch. Great one-on-one coverage right there by number 16, Alex Wheely. But Williams, again, just kind of targeted that ball, stopped short, and as Bogart's ball was dying a little bit, and he got great balance and great concentration to make that catch. A fantastic catch by the wide receiver.
Ball is handed off. Pickup of a couple on a quick end around there. Looks like Hartson. Hartson picks up 2, makes it 2nd down and 8. But Williams could have fooled me that he hasn't been playing football the past couple of years.
Yeah, he has great rhythm right now and great timing with his quarterback, and that's a key. They must have worked a lot during the summer camp and probably into the spring to get him back to football level, and he doesn't seem like he's lost anything from his 2-year absence.
Williams, also a basketball star for Cathedral. Seen him play on numerous occasions, and one heck of a basketball player as well. As well as handed off up the middle. And the line is still going. It's still going, and I believe they'll finally whistle it down as Johnson pulls pretty much everybody with him as he picks up a 1st down.
Yeah, when he gets his legs moving, as we said, very hard to take down, and he showed it right there. Kept his leg moving, got inside the interior line of the Cougars, kept chugging along. Linebackers trying to grab him too. He would not be taken down, and he worked for that 1st down. Nicely done there by Tony Johnson.
Bogart again, this time at the 22.
End around to Hartson.
End around, and Hartson was chased out of bounds after he picks up about 3 or 4. Having a hard time reading the numbers up here with the.
Great fake there by Bogart, Andrew, because he went back to pass and kind of gave a little fake like he was looking downfield. That kind of kept the safeties, both safeties, kind of standstill to make sure to try to track where the ball was. And Hartson got outside and got good yardage there on that 1st down in and around.
So right now, Steele Canyon kind of off balance defensively with Bogart throwing the ball around and now different misdirections running the ball. Handoff up the middle. Pickup of a couple there on 2nd down and 7. Maybe a gain of 2 or 3.
Yeah, good hit there on Tony Johnson by number 48, Jonathan Gautier for Steele Canyon. Met him straight on and took him down easily.
It's a big 3rd down here.
We got a timeout.
Steele Canyon realizes a big timeout. Definitely within the field goal range of the kicking abilities of Christian Fanning, as we were talking to Doyle, Coach Doyle, before the game, saying he can make it from 40 plus.
And he called it right on. He says you got to watch where the wind is because it could change periodically during the game, and right now there is no wind. So he's going to have a good straight-on kick if they elect to kick a field goal if they don't make this 1st down here on third and 4.
It'll be about 3rd and 4. Coach Doyle's hoping they don't have to bring him out there for a field goal. They want to keep this drive going. But right now, this Cathedral offense looks like it's firing on all cylinders with Bogart throwing, Williams catching, and Johnson running. Again, we want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight here on PlayOnSports.com. Invite you to halftime of this game to surf around. There's games all across the country being broadcast live tonight on our network. Here we go, 3rd down, and we'll just call it about 5. As Bogart, or
the 2 tackles
snap,
moved.
They moved,
yeah.
And they're going to push him back 5 yards on the false start penalty.
And that's frustrating for a coaching staff because you call the timeout. You verbally have given the play to the entire team, and then you get a false start.
So that's a big help for Steele Canyon. Now makes it 3rd down and about 10. Still within the field goal range. From here would be about a 38-yarder.
Well, now that opens up the passing game for Bogart, and look out for Williams here because right now he's shown that nobody can cover him. He can pick up this 1st down if needed.
And they're going to throw. Bogart fires, and it's completed, but they're going to be short of the 1st down as Hartson makes the catch, but he'll be about 2 yards shy. Now what do you do if you're Coach Doyle? You have a kicker that's more than capable of making this, or do you go for it?
I think they're going for it. That's what they're setting up for. On that last pass play, Bogart threw it to the wrong shoulder. He should have thrown it to the inner shoulder on Hardison. Instead, he threw it to the outer shoulder near the sidelines, and that made Hardison kind of stop in his tracks and make sure he grabbed that football.
4th down and short.
About 2 yards.
Bogart's going to fake the handoff. He's going to fire over the middle. Has a man wide open. Touchdown, Cathedral. And that is Drew Gaffney, the younger brother of Tyler. Mr. Everything at Cathedral, now at Stanford, Tyler Gaffney.
Yeah, great fake there by Bogart there as he is a play action pass right there. Fake the handoff to Johnson, and that kind of kept the linebackers still stay in their tracks there in their position, and that allowed Gaffney to go through the hole and get a little open into the end zone as Bogart threw him a tight spiral for the easy touchdown.
So Fanning will try to tack on the extra point. Kick is up, and kick is good. 21-6. Cathedral has the lead, and right now Steele Canyon's defense has no answer for Bogart.
No, they don't. They're having a tough time of it right now, Andrew. And when you have the running game to work along with the passing game, they have to now come up with a way to kind of slow down Williams, because once he gets out about 20 to 25 yards, their DBs aren't getting any help from the safety. So they're going to come up with a scheme there to kind of slow him down in his tracks. That might mean bringing in a third corner there to kind of help out with him as he goes out on the pass play. So with the running game now kind of excelling for Cathedral, it's going to make it's not very promising right now for the Cougars defensively to try to stop this Don's offense.
And Coach Doyle didn't hesitate on that fourth down. He had that play ready. 4th and 2, and he's like, all right, let's do it. And Gaffney was wide open in the end zone on that play fake.
Yeah, and the linebackers have to play for the run, and with the great play action pass by Bogart as he kind of hides the ball as he's going back to pass, and then that allows Gaffney to kind of go slip through the linebackers and gets open for a partial second before the safety reads that it's a play action pass, and great tight spiral by Bogart as he got him in the end zone.
So Cathedral on top, and this time almost. 1 foot was in the end zone there, and it's going to be a touchback, and Steele Canyon will bring it back out to the 20. So yet to return a kick is Steele Canyon.
And offensively, the Cougars have to realize, Andrew, can't turn off the ball as much as they have here against Cathedral Catholic. You give them too many opportunities,
Well, the good thing
offensively, you're gonna be down as they are right now.
Well, they're down 21-6, but the bright side, if you're Steele Canyon, is they've been able to move the football.
Right.
They're just turning it over. So if they can limit that and come up with a way to come up with some stops, as the ball is handed off, a nice solid pickup on first down. They're out to about the 27. I believe that was tough. And that's going to bring up that was
Lawrence Dickens,
and he'll go out to about the 28-yard line, a pickup of 8.
Good for a gain of 8 out to the 28-yard line.
Coach Longerbone right now has a little bit of a difficult proposition here. Tuff has 2 fumbles. You don't want to bench him, so you lose confidence in your talented back. But right now, you can't turn the ball over, so what do you do here? Tough situation offensively for the Cougars.
So Andrade on 2nd down and short hands the ball off, and Tuff is knocked down right at the marker, and I believe he has it. It's going to depend on the spot, but Tuff looks like he picked up a couple there.
Yeah, went outside off tackle this time, trying to use his speed out that way, and he fought for that first down. Nicely done there by the youngster Lonnie Tuff.
Well, they're going to say he's just short, so it's a 3rd down and inches.
Right now, this is just a quarterback sneak right here, so you can get the first down.
Well, let's see if Coach agrees with you here. 3rd down and less than an inch. All they really have to do is move the ball forward, and they have it. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he will have it. 1st down and 10, Steele Canyon. In fact, he'll pick up a couple.
Yeah, got underneath the center, so great penetration by the centerman right there. And to get a little running space there for Andrade to kind of run through, and he picked up about 3 or 4 yards. A nice play.
So the drive continues for Steele Canyon. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 33. 21-6, Cathedral Catholic has the lead. 7:43 left here in the first half on PlayOnSports.com. Andrade drops back under pressure, fires on the run. Ball almost picked off. Howard was the intended receiver, but Andrade's lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, great penetration coming up the gut there. Looked like it was a safety blitz there by Evalde right there as Andrade had to move the pocket out to the far outside, and he threw on the run. Not very accurate there as it almost got picked off in the secondary. So not a classic-looking play there for the Cougars.
2nd and 10 now for Andrade from the 33. He'll look to throw again. Again, he's under pressure, and he does not get it off. He's going to be sacked for a huge loss. He'll lose about close to 10 yards on that play, about 8 yards on the sack.
Yeah, great penetration right there by number 6, the outside linebacker, Tom Crabtree, as he came in one-on-one on the tackle, blew by him and got right in on the quarterback and took him down.
So 3rd down and long, 3rd and about 18 for Andrade and the Cougars. Andrade will look to fire, and it is almost picked off. It should have been picked off, and it should have been an interception. Return for a touchdown by Michael Mulvihill. Mulvihill should have been gone. It should have been a touchdown the other way, and I think he saw the end zone and got a little too excited there.
Yeah, his eyes lit up, and he did not take that ball into his hands. Great call by you, Andrew, right there to see that right away. As he telegraphed that pass, Andrade, and he's lucky that his team isn't down by another 7 points, because that would have been an easy touchdown for the Dons.
So Steele Canyon will have to settle for 4th and 18 and punt it away.
I think that's Williams back there to punt, to catch the punt for Cathedral.
And Steele Canyon wants to talk it over.
Oh, check that. It's Parker Price.
Parker Price was back there, but there is a timeout on the field. 21-6. Cathedral Catholic on top with 6:51 remaining here in the first half.
Do you want to watch more of your high school great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Week 1 in the high school football season here in the San Diego section. I know some other states have started a few weeks back, and here we are, week 1 here in the San Diego section, and there's some good matchups. You got Helix and Eastlake going. That game could go.
We were talking about that earlier. Very.
Two of the better
that's going to be a
teams in
big
the county.
matchup. That's going to really kind of shake up the rankings here in the very first week on the outcome of that game.
Another big game, Madison-Lincoln going on tonight, which is two very talented teams. Punt, nice kick, and they're just going to let it bounce. It takes a Cathedral bounce, and Steele Canyon will stop it at the 41, and that is where the Dons will take over from their own 41 on top, 21-6.
A nice field position here. You can kind of get the feeling right now that the game is slowly going into Cathedral's hands right now, and they can really dictate. They can dictate pretty much what they want to do here with this field position. It's imperative for the Cougars defense to kind of hold them here, and if you can get them 3 and out, great, but don't let them score.
If you give up a score here, it's going to be awfully tough. And Coach Doyle looks like he's made the adjustments on the defensive side.
Yeah. Him and his talented coaching staff have definitely made some good adjustments.
So Bogart on first down, hands the ball off over to Johnson. Johnson trying to get to the side, has a lot of room, has a first down and a little bit more as he is chased out of bounds inside Steele Canyon territory, a pickup of about 14.
And that's the speed we were talking about right there. He went inside between the guard and tackle. No hole there. He kicks it way outside, off tackle to the far outside sidelines and uses his speed to move the chains. So Johnson, as we said, multi-purpose back. He can, as we've shown earlier, can have defenders good on top of him, and he can gain yards, and that time use his speed outside to excel to a first down.
Bogart.
Oh, nice play.
Tripped up in the backfield, and it's going to be a big loss.
Brock Jones came in on the blitz there and tripped up Bogart as he was trying to roll out to his right.
And that's been really, besides the turnover that their defense forced a little bit earlier, their only big play thus far. So hopefully if you're a Steele Canyon fan, that will get them going.
Yeah, and you may have to mix in a little bit of a blitzing here. I know you could get burned with the Dons passing game, but I think you're going to have to kind of switch up your blitz package here to kind of have Bogart right there, as they did right there, to have him kind of move the pocket and see if he can throw on the run consistently as he can when he stands straight back.
So Bogart on the end around, not a lot there, a pickup of a few, gets back to midfield.
Good tackle there by number 46, Gautier, the linebacker for the Cougars.
And Maliga was the ball carrier there, picks up a couple, so brings up 3rd down and 13. So a big play here for Steele Canyon as the ball is at midfield. Could be a turning point in this game.
Yeah, be careful here with Williams. This is the territory right here. If you can get a 1-on-1 coverage right now with his speed, he can break away from that defender and get you more than just a 1st down. As he's isolated on the far outside alone.
3rd down, and Bogart's going to run and throws it at the last minute, and ball is complete, but I believe he is going to be short by a yard or so as he got it to Tony Johnson. Johnson, good job staying in bounds, but he'll be a yard shy on 4th and 1, and I think there's no question they go for it here at the 38-yard line.
He did a nice play keeping his feet in bounds, but I didn't like his footwork to try to cut it upfield to gain that 1st down. If you're going to run your route, Andrew, you got to run it past the yard marker. He had space there. It wasn't like he was covered tightly there by the linebackers of the Cougars. So you got to learn how to space it out and make sure you give your quarterback, 1, a good path to you can catch the football, and 2, you got to make sure you get that 1st down marker.
So 4th down and a yard. Bogart with the hard count. Now backs off it a little bit and calls a timeout.
I think that was designed all the way. Coach Doyle was walking away from the far sidelines there to speak to his team.
So timeout on the field, 21-6. Cathedral has the lead. 4:46 left here in the first half on PlayOnSports.com.
Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you the news and information and the links to all the great highlights of today's action. Follow us on Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter, and you can also have access to thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up all the action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Nice evening here in Spring Valley. Tomorrow, our first full day of college football. We had a tease of it last night and today. And then tomorrow, full swing. And then a week from that, the NFL starts. So we are back in
Wednesday.
I'm sorry.
Wednesday night. We're going to have a busy 5 days here, Andrew. We're going to have a lot of games. We're going to be OD on football from the high school level all the way up to the pro level.
So here we go, 4th down and 1. Bogart under center. And he is going to roll out, fires, has a man, and it is complete. And again, that is Gaffney. Drew Gaffney again coming up with a big catch on 4th down.
Yeah, the talented senior tight end went with his quarterback, knew he was going to roll out to the far sidelines, and kept almost on a plane with them as he was running. And then Bogart had a great lane to throw to him. No defenders in sight. Gaffney made the reception. More importantly, got that 1st down. Nice play there by the Dons.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed with Bogart. He is the real deal under center here. He has the footwork. He has the strength. Handoff up the middle. Johnson. And that's an easy touchdown for Cathedral as Tony Johnson just basically walked in.
Yeah, great hole opening right there by the Dons. They opened up a wide hole. He got untouched as he went past the line of scrimmage, and no linebacker could keep up with him as he excelled to the outside and does, as Andrew stated, just waltzed into the end zone for that touchdown.
So Christian Fanning will try to complete the extra point. Extra point is up, and Fanning's kick is good. And the score is now 28-6, Cathedral, with 4:14 left here in the first half. So now it's imperative for Steele Canyon to get something going here in the final 4 minutes and get some kind of momentum heading into the locker room before this gets out of control.
Yeah, you don't want to, they're in dangerous territory because you don't want to you don't want to abandon your entire package here right now offensively, because if you go 3 and out here, Andrew, you're giving that ball back to a hot offense, and they put another touchdown here. That could be demoralizing for the rest of the game. So they're in dangerous territory. Right now they just got to get a couple of 1st downs. I think with inside to get the confidence back, get a couple 1st downs underneath their belt here, and try to get a return here. the kicking game for Cathedral is put it in the end zone
that's
consistently.
The problem. They haven't been able to return it because it's been going into the end zone every
I agree.
time. But you got Howard back there who's shown he's athletic and he's capable of making a big play. So if he gets a chance here, Steele Canyon would love to have him make a big play. But you're absolutely right. You don't want to go 3 and out and give it back to Cathedral to score again before the half.
Getting ready for the kickoff here.
And the ball is in the air, and it looks like this one will not be returned as Howard fields it about a yard into the end zone. And again, Steele Canyon will bring it out to the 20.
Yeah, it looked like he was indecisive what he wanted to do. It looked like he wanted to tip it again to see if he could do it. And then he stepped into the end zone and obviously caught it. And that automatically became a touchback.
So we'll see what Steele Canyon can do here with 4:14 left. Andrade huddling it up and really crucial part of this game here.
Yeah, Coach Longerbone is, I think, really would love to see Tough kind of break out a run here to get his confidence back into this game.
They fake the handoff. Andrade under pressure is hit as he throws it. The ball is tipped and intercepted by Cathedral. And just what we said, the last thing you want to do is give it back to the Dons, is trying to figure out who made that catch on the tip.
I believe it was 24, but I'm not sure on that.
That would have been Mulvihill.
Mm-hmm. But again, under heavy pressure, it almost seemed like Cathedral knew exactly they were going to throw the ball downfield. They came in with a big package right there and put a lot of pressure on Andrade. And luckily for him, he got the ball thrown out. But I think the ball, as you said, Andrew, I think his arm actually got hit as he was in the throwing motion. And that all of a sudden made it an easy interception for the Dons.
Injured Cathedral player is making his way over to the sideline. Looks like he's going to be all right. And like you just said, now you give it back to Cathedral with 4:09 left inside the 40. You're at the 33-yard line. You get out of control here pretty quick.
Yeah, they got to be careful here. And if you're Coach Doyle and his offensive staff, you're playing with house money right now because you can do pretty much what you want. Here, you can grind it out and kind of run out the clock and get either a field goal or a touchdown, or you can go big play strike here on first down.
And Bogart will look to throw on first down. He's under pressure, throws the opposite way, but just throws it out of bounds. Xavier Williams, the closest receiver in the area.
And we might have a hold here. Looks like where the flag was thrown, it's usually on the offensive line, and on a pass play, you got to believe it's going to be holding.
Look like they are marching back 10 yards.
Holding against the Dons.
28-6, 4:02 left, and it's still going to be first down and long now for the Dons after that holding penalty. Steele Canyon was right there with them, punch for punch in the early part of this game, but the adjustments that have been made have really made life difficult for Steele Canyon on the offensive side.
Well, this holding penalty, I think, helps him out because now it allows you to kind of blitz a little bit more freely than before. Obviously, when you're snapping the ball inside on their 33-yard line, now you're almost near midfield. You can kind of blitz here, and it puts a lot of pressure on your secondary to hold these receivers in tight.
Bogart fires a strike, and it's completed
to Williams.
To Xavier Williams, and I think Williams is a little shocked on how hard that ball was thrown in there.
Well, I think he was battling a DB, and I think he was trying to create some space away from the defender, and then that ball came right on him real fast. So, in nice hands there by Williams. He had a lot going on there to make that reception.
That was a bullet of a pass. He makes the catch, and now it brings it second down and 8.
And they made a decent yardage now as they got it underneath 10 yards here on second down.
Bogart hands the ball off to Johnson. Johnson runs towards the side, has the first down, or at least he's down right at the marker. It's going to depend on the spot, but a pickup of close to 8 yards there on the play.
Yeah, and Brock Jones came in on a delayed blitz there, Andrew. And Johnson's speed to the outside, he just simply outran Jones to the outside and blew by him to gain good yardage right near that first down marker. Nothing you got to take into consideration. First game of the year, you don't get a lot of reps. The scrimmages help you to kind of get in tune to play a regular season game, but this defense has been out a lot on the field here in this second quarter, and they're dog tired right now. So they need to get back into the locker room here for halftime. They kind of just gather themselves together and really catch a breath.
And he was just short, third down in inches. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle, and a big gain. Still pushing the pile.
Johnson.
Still going is Johnson. He's inside the 10 before the whistle is finally blown at about the 9. And there's a flag on the play, and it's going against Cathedral, so move that back. That negates a big run there by Johnson.
Johnson was momentarily stopped at the 14, and that pile went all the way forward inside the 10-yard line.
But it went for naught, as they're going to have to replay. It was third down in inches. Now it's going to be third down and a lot longer than that.
So a 10-yard penalty here. And they're going to repeat the down.
So third down and
9.
About 9 here.
I didn't see what the call was, did you?
Yeah, it was holding against
Okay.
Cathedral. So that takes away a third and inches to now third and a little over 9.
Looks like they're going to run the football as they got 2 backs.
And Bogart will look to throw. Fires, and it's going to be underthrown, and a flag comes flying out. And that's going to be interference that looks like going against Steele Canyon. But it looks like that ball was a little bit underthrown. You can make the argument that it wasn't catchable.
Yeah, Dickens was on one-on-one coverage with the outside receiver. I agree with you. Bogart was under a lot of pressure. Couldn't really set up his feet. Didn't get a lot on that ball as it kind of tailed and died out around the 3-yard line. And I think that's what the Cougars coaching staff is kind of complaining is, was that a catchable football?
Yeah, that's, I think, a break for Cathedral, but it's going to be a first down for them nonetheless. So first and down from about the 16-yard line or 17-yard line, and 1:56 left here in the half. It's been all Cathedral here, 28-6. Dons have the lead. And now they have it first down and 10 inside the 20 from the 17.
And Johnson, lone setback. You got to believe he's going to get the football for Cathedral.
Nope. Bogart will look to throw, fires, and he's going to overthrow his intended receiver there. And it'll be second down
Williams.
and 10 as Xavier Williams was the intended receiver. So you're 0 for 2 here the last play, Thomas.
I like the play, though, because they're going for the end zone. I thought they would a little bit more ball control to kind of kill the clock, but they're going for the jugular here, and I like that. The isolation with Williams to the far cone here in the end zone. Nicely done. A good, strong throw by Bogart. Just a little bit obviously overthrown and out of bounds, but I like the call there by Coach Doyle and his staff.
So second down and 10 for Bogart and company.
Here comes a blitz.
Movement. And Bogart looking to throw. Fires, has a man, and it's going to be a touchdown, Cathedral.
Poor tackling. Dickens had the guy right at the 2-yard line. I think that's Hardson.
That's Theo Hardson who gets into the end zone, and we have an injured Don on the field, but Hardson scores from 17 yards out.
Yeah, great play there by Bogart. He had good time by the offensive line, threw a good pass out to Hardson on the far sidelines at about the 2. Really faked Dickens there as he cut inside, but Dickens had a good shot at him. He just stopped reacting and kind of just took an arm tackle there, and Hardson just cut inside and easily walked into the end zone. So poor defense there by the Cougars, and that, to me, has to deal with they're just a tired team, been way on the field way too long here in the second quarter, and they've ran out of gas.
34-6 with an extra point pending here, but we do have an injured Cathedral player being attended to.
Yeah, it looks like one of their offensive linemen. Looks like it's definitely a leg injury as they got his leg up in the air.
Probably a cramp dealing with, again, the first part of the year, hot outside. You see cramps a lot. in the early goings of the season, but that looked like what it is. And now they get him to his feet, and he'll walk off on his own power.
Good to hear. It's number 77 coming off the field. Aaron Mitchell, talented player.
Looks like he's going to be fine, walking off on his own power, and they're just kind of stretching him there. Stefanian will come in here for the extra point, trying to extend this lead. And the kick is up. Extra point is good, 35-6. And Cathedral has really opened this one up with 1:42 left in the first half.
21-point second quarter for the Dons. And they took a 14-6 tied contest at the end of the first quarter and made it now into a laugher here at 35-6.
And you're kind of in that same quandary for Steele Canyon here. You get the ball back, are you just content and go to the locker room, or do you try to make something happen and possibly give Cathedral another opportunity?
No, I gotta run the clock out and kind of regroup in the end zone. I can't afford to have any more turnovers there. My defense is dog tired, and I can't afford them to go back on the field with under a minute to go with it now an ultra hot offense.
But at the same time, you're trailing 35-6. You know, and possessions are
regroup and start over in the second half. That would be my call.
So let's see what Coach Longbone decides to do here.
I've been 0 for 2 so far this year, so we'll see.
Well, they also haven't had a chance to return the kick. Now if they
right.
can return a kick here and actually get good yardage, that may change.
And you might see a scrib here to keep the clock running.
And here we go. Let's see what they do. It's going to be high. It looks like it's going to be returnable for a change. It will be fielded at the 10, over to the 15. And not a lot of room there.
Daniel Hernandez, number 4.
Finally gets a return, but doesn't make a whole lot out of it as he gets to about the 24. A good coverage there by the Cathedral special teams. But the 24 is better than the 20. So we'll see what they elect to do.
Now here comes what will they call here on first down? I got to believe they're going to run and just kill the clock.
With a minute 34 here in the first half, Andrade bringing his team out to the line, to the 24. And he's going to throw. And he's under pressure, and he almost got it stripped away. And now he's finally going to be brought down. A huge loss as he's sacked at about, they're going to say his momentum stopped at the 19, but that could have been disastrous there as it almost stripped away.
And somebody that coaches him has to tell Andrade when he feels pressure like that and he takes that initial hit, and if he's off balance, and he should go down because he's allowing himself to get really hit, and if he gets hit from his blind side, he's going to lose that football. And right now they can't afford any more turnovers.
It's a minute to go here. Second down and 14 from the 20. Handoff on the fly sweep there as looks like Markel Lindley, the ball carrier. And Lindley only picks up about a yard or two, brings up third down and long. Now with 41 seconds for your Cathedral, do you call a timeout?
Well, of course you would. I mean, that's a smart thing to do, and that's what they're doing. I heard a whistle.
I think the clock is still rolling. No, I guess they're just going to be content here with the.
I thought I heard a whistle.
Yeah, I think they're just resuming play, but 20 seconds left, and you think if you're Andrade here, you might just take a knee. No, they're going to throw. Andrade looking to throw. He is under pressure again. He's going to tuck it and run, stays on his feet, and it's tripped up, picks up a few. And that will bring up fourth down with 6 seconds. Are they going to call time or just going to let it roll? 3, 2, 1. It looks like they're just going to call it time. Let this thing end the half. So 35-6 is the score. At half, Cathedral all over Steele Canyon here on PlayOnSports.com. Stay tuned. We're going to take a break for halftime. We'll be back with the second half in just a bit. Again, 35-6, Cathedral on top. Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com, as we are just moments away from the start of the second half between Cathedral and Steele Canyon, where it is Cathedral all over the Cougars of Steele Canyon, 35-6. I'm Andrew Jensen alongside Thomas Conroy. Thomas, it started out as pretty competitive, and then some adjustments were made, and Cathedral has dominated since.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's the second quarter. We've been talking about it, a 21-point second quarter for Cathedral Catholic, and they did it both offensively and defensively. And the main thing I've seen defensively that they've done is that they've used a little delayed blitz from the outside and really used their speed from their outside linebackers to get on top of Steele Cannon's quarterback, Andre, in the backfield. And he just has not made any adjustments there. And, of course, the costly turnovers, the 2 fumbles by the talented back, Lonnie Tuff, has also compounded this game as well.
Garrett Bogart has played exceptional here in this first game of the regular season. And Xavier Williams, the receiver, his first football game in a couple of years, has really turned it on. And now we are about underway, and Cathedral will start the second half with the football, so they have a chance to really kind of gain control, even more control of this game with this opening drive.
Yeah, all the talk, before the opening kick was how much rust was actually on Xavier Williams, 2 years away from playing football, and to me, he has shown nothing. He is right back in the fold and has been a talented receiver all night.
And touchback on the opening kickoff of the second half, so Cathedral will take over from the 20. Bogart and company. As the Dons looking to build on this 35-6 lead. As you mentioned, they have a tough home stretch coming up, playing Torrey Pines, a neighborhood school right down the road. And then Helix comes a knocking, which should be a very entertaining game.
Yeah, and they'll want to revenge that 48-14 loss last year. They kind of set this Cathedral team on their way to another sectional championship.
Ball is handed off to Maliga, and he spins out of a tackle and has enough for a first down, a pickup of about 12. Nice move there by Maliga, and just like that, 1st and 10 from the 32.
Yeah, followed his blockers perfectly as he got around the tackle there, cut it back inside, and really challenged the defense to make a play on him. Went through a couple of defenders before a safety came up and took him down.
Cathedral gets back to the line here on 1st and 10 from the 32. Bogart looking to throw, has all day, fires, and has his man, that's Xavier Williams, spinning around, looking like a video game there. That's, excuse me, that wasn't Xavier Williams. That was, I believe, Maliga again. And spinning around, picks up another first down.
Yeah, don't like the way he kind of let the ball out there a little bit loose there. He got to tuck that in near his body there. That could have been a turnover there, but very elusive is Maliga. He's showing that he can also catch the ball coming out of the backfield. And boy, is that another thing that the Dons need, another offensive weapon to their arsenal. I mean, they're very well stacked offensively.
To the 42 now, 1st and 10 on that little dump pass there, and we'll see what they do here on 1st and 10. Bogart will look to throw, fires over the middle, has a man, ball is tipped around, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Steele Canyon.
Number 11, Isaiah Edwards.
Isaiah Edwards gets a huge momentum shift here. That's exactly what Steele Canyon's needed, as Edwards has a nice return as well. And you can't blame Bogart on that one, because that one should have been caught just out of the hands, tipped out, and Edwards was right there for the return.
Yeah, I think it hit Xavier Williams on his shoulder pads. He didn't look the ball into his hands, and it ricocheted off of his shoulder pads straight up in the air. And Edwards made a nice play as it went through a couple of defenders' hands. You got to wonder right there if Williams was anticipating possibly a hit from a safety and kind of slowed up on the ball there, so it hit off his shoulder pads. But exactly what the Cougars needed, Andrew. Get themselves going here with just a nice offensive series here and get the turnover now and get good field position here to start off the second half as the ball is spotted right shy at the 47-yard line.
Isaiah Edwards coming up with that big pick, and now Andrade will try to get his team back in it. 1st down and 10 from their own 46. Andrade will look to throw. Going deep towards the far side, and no one home. Closest receiver was Tommy Tyler, but that was a good 5 yards ahead of him.
Yeah, it looked like he let him a little bit too soon, did Andrade, as he threw down the far sidelines. Tyler was nowhere near side of the ball when it came there to the far sidelines. Ball bounced around the 20-yard line inside Cathedral territory.
So 2nd and 10.
And that's a tough throw for Andre, too. He's on the far hash mark, so he's throwing across field and a little bit farther than normally.
Tough gets the handoff, breaks out of a tackle, and gets a couple there. Picks up about 6 when it should have been a gain of none. So good job there by Tough, making something out of nothing.
Well, that's the explosiveness that everybody talks about Lonnie Tough right there. He got hit initially as he came across the line of scrimmage, broke off of it, and used his speed to get to the outside to pick up the 6 yards that Andrew mentioned and get him closer to a first down.
35-6, Cathedral has the lead, just underway here in the second half. Cathedral opened the half with the football, but an interception gives it back to Steele Canyon. Now Andrade looking to throw, fires it over everybody there. Howard was the closest receiver, but that one just sailed on Andrade, and just like that, it's 4th down, and we'll see what Steele Canyon elects to do on 4th down and 4.
Yeah, it looks like a mix-up there. Edwards looked like ran the wrong route. Andrade expected him to cut out to the near sidelines, and he cut inside on the hash marks, and the ball was clearly way overthrown. So miscommunication there between the quarterback and his receiver.
And it looks like they're going to punt this one away as Parker Price is back to return this one. So Price is standing at his about 13-yard line. Kick is up from Vance, and Cathedral just let it roll into the end zone for a touchback, and the Dons will get the ball back at their own 20. So they survive the interception that they throw, and they'll just regain it here at the 20 as they still have a 35-6 lead.
Yeah, this looks like they might just play kind of a vanilla offense the rest of the way, see what they can tack on, try to work on a few plays, maybe the running game, kind of tune that up. As
Torrey Pines comes to call on next week, you think they're going to pack for that long road trip?
What's it like, about 5 minutes?
not even that. Probably about 0.5 miles.
But it used to be they haven't. I know a few years there was a gap in between when they played each other. And it used to be a big rivalry when Cathedral used to be University of San Diego.
Yeah, but they were down by USD at that
right.
point. And nice pickup of about 10 as Maliga shows his strength. And that's another thing here. Tony Johnson kind of gets all the fame and great running back he really is. But Chris Maliga is showing a lot here as well.
Yeah, and I like the way he's really picked up his game after that first quarter fumble that he had. They give the Cougars their touchdown. He's really picked up his play, and it's played nicely here ever since that fumble. So no lack of confidence on the youngster's part.
Bogart looking to throw, has all day to throw it, fires, and overthrows his intended receiver looking for Gaffney.
Boy, he showed you there, moved the pocket a little bit, then set up beautifully, threw a great strike across the middle of the field, just a little bit out of the reach of Gaffney, but still an excellent throw by Bogart. But it's going to be fun to see where this kid's going to go to continue his football career.
I'm sure he'll have a plethora of schools to choose from because he just has prototypical size, and he has the ability to go along with that.
But he has that calmness that you just love it as a quarterback. He can move the pocket and does not seem to be that affected and rush anything on when pressure comes his way.
2nd and 10, Johnson gets the carry, goes towards the right side, and this time the pile will come to an end after a pickup of 5. So 3rd down and 5 after the 5-yard run there from Tony Johnson. You think Coach Rocky Long is taking a look at Bogart? Sure he is.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
We're going to need a quarterback next year at San Diego State. We have an injured player on the field.
They did have their annual scrimmage up at Cathedral this year, so I guess he might have maybe stuck around a little bit early for a practice.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, they're losing their starting quarterback. Ryan Katz is a senior, and you got a couple younger guys in the mix. But
yeah, Dingman and the kid from Temecula, I know.
Yeah, so they're going to San Diego State be in the need for quarterback. We'll see if they take a look here.
Well, you have never had too many talented players, so that would be ideal if they could get a kid like Bogart. But you can even see, I mean, I could see him going, helping a program like UCLA out too. So there's going to be a lot of options for him, and he's just at the beginning of his process.
Yeah, we were talking to Coach Doyle before the game and said, does he have any favorites? And he said, nope, I'm just going to play the year out and kind of decide at the end.
And that's going to be what a nice fall he's going to have, because on his off weeks from games, he's going to have a nice little traveling tours of probably the whole West Coast.
When you look at his size, I mean, as a quarterback, you're 6'4", 215. That's what every quarterback or quarterback coach or head coach is dreaming of. Not only that, have the ability not only to go along with the size, but have the ability to make it happen like he does.
Yeah, and coaches are going to love that's the way his pocket presence. And he's very nonchalant in the backfield and does not get affected by pressure coming any direction. It seems like we've seen here in early going.
He's going to throw it here, and he has a completion.
Nope. To the hands.
Incomplete. Gaffney again was the intended receiver, and he had him just maybe just a little high.
Yeah, it looked like he made the catch. It just went right through his hands.
Moment there, but
and Cathedral now will finally have to punt in this game.
So they'll punt it away, and Daniel Hernandez will go back towards his 30-yard line and await.
Hernandez is somebody we were trying to highlight here. He's a very good return player, and really helps out Steele Canyon with his punt returns and kickoff returns. He can get good yardage.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout here, and
That
is the case. 35-6 the score with 9:14 left in the third quarter. Cathedral on top.
Do you want to watch more of your high school great? Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups, like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for PlayOn Sports School Broadcasting Program. This program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Week 1 of the San Diego high school football season. Some other games going on around the county here tonight, and across the country for that matter here on PlayOn Sports. I know we have games in Oregon and Washington and Tennessee and Georgia, Illinois, Wisconsin.
You had to get your Oregon reference in.
You know that was the first state I was going to say.
Got to get ready tomorrow night, folks. Andrew will probably be in front of the TV, most likely.
7:30 ESPN. As Oregon will get ready to dismantle an Arkansas State team. So here we go. Hernandez back, and he's just going to let this one bounce. Short kick, and it will come to a stop at about the 40-yard line, and that's where the Cougars will take over at their own 40.
I think Gaffney, who touched that ball, I don't think he was sure whether or not that ball may have hit him as he was running downfield, so he just grabbed it immediately off the punt. But another good field position here for the Cougars. They have to capitalize on this and take advantage of this excellent field position here in the second half. You may not win the game, but you can get more consistent play out of your offense for next week, and that's what really they gotta look at this second half as.
Draw play.
Tough
picks up, or Dickinson picks up about 4.
Yeah, it was Dickinson. Excuse me.
Second down, 8:45 left here in the third. Steele Canyon plays in a very tough league in the Grossmont Valley League with the likes of Helix, Valhalla, to name a few.
The usual suspects out here.
Another handoff there. This time is tough, goes nowhere, loses a couple, and it's going to bring up third down and long. But yeah, Steele Canyon and Valhalla have had some memorable games over the past couple of years, and of course you have arguably the best team in the county with Helix in your league. You have a Grossmont team that's always very competitive.
Yeah, right now this is one of my reasons why I think right here offensively they got to be more aggressive here and play this game out, because they need to get better offensively. So when they go in the league play, they're kind of hitting their stride, because they're going to have tough opponents down the road, and it's going to make or break their season.
Whistles will stop this play in its track, and it's going to be a penalty going against Steele, so move them back 5 yards.
Nice to see LaShawn Ware back on his feet. He was one of the injured Cougars on the field.
And you see that a lot in the early goings with kids with the cramps, just because, A, it's hot,
Yeah.
especially out here, and you're just not used to playing at this level. You know, you can only practice at a certain level before you get into game conditions. And so the first couple of weeks of the season, you tend to see a lot of cramps, and that's at all levels, not just the high school level.
Oh, yeah, and that's a big thing is the practices and the game scrimmages really doesn't compare to playing an actual competition.
Andrade just fires one up there. Howard jumps up and
Caught it.
He got it. What a catch there by Howard.
What concentration.
Bobbles at it and tapped it around and pulled it in, and he'll step out at the 30-yard line. What a catch.
The junior Drew Brajas tipped the ball straight up in the air, but he thought he was going to knock it out of bounds, but Howard concentrated, kept his feet in bounds, kind of fumbled the ball, and then made the reception, still with his feet, 2 feet firmly in play. They make that reception.
Well, I'll tell you,
nice catch.
Steele Canyon's having a tough night, but Howard's having a huge night for
Yeah, that's like
Cougars.
his 5th or 6th possession.
So first down and
reception,
10 now at the 30 for Steele. Andrade stays in the pocket, fires towards the end zone, looking for Howard. Has Howard in the end zone. Did he get his feet in? No, the far official waves it off.
Yeah, Ground knocked the ball out of his hands. You got to come down with it firmly as you're in the end zone. He did not. As that ball, he juggled it, and then when he hit the turf, it ricocheted out of bounds. Good call by the referees.
Right when we were praising Howard for having a great game, can't hold on to that one. But that would have been a tough catch.
Well, great lead by Andre right there to get the ball downfield as he threw a perfect spiral to Howard. He just could not make the play.
So 2nd and 10 from the 30. Trip receivers on the left side, on the far side. Andrade again will look to throw. Draw play to Tuff. And Tuff picks up about 5 before he's tripped up. And it brings up 3rd and 5 from the 25 as the clock approaches the 7-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, delayed draw once again. It worked a little bit in the 1st quarter, and they're trying to use it here to play off their passing game. And here comes Howard back onto the field, so you got to expect he might be getting this ball down here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 5. Andrade will look to throw. Fires over the middle. And a diving attempt. Did he made the catch? It is Howard.
Great concentration. That showed great concentration right there, Andrew, because once again the safety came up and was going to really lay a lick to him. He sacrificed his body to make that catch, and more importantly, got him inside the 10 for a 1st and goal opportunity.
So 35-6 is the score. Cathedral has the lead, 6:15 left in the 3rd, but Steele Canyon is threatening here as they have it 1st and goal from the 7. Andrade hands it off to Tuff, and he has nowhere to go. He is going to be stopped in his tracks. In fact, he may have lost about a yard, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, Joey Cooperman right there. Great penetration interior line for the Dons. Came up and stopped him right in his track for the first play here on 2nd and goal.
And we have a timeout called by Cathedral with 6:53 left in the 3rd, 35-6. Cathedral calls a timeout.
I think they just want to settle them down here a bit. You might have some, some 1st and 2nd stringers kind of playing together here, so they just want to kind of settle everybody down, make sure everybody knows their assignments, so they can try to defend this this goal, 2nd and goal coming up from the 7.
Again, here at beautiful Steele Canyon High School. Always a treat coming here. It's been about the 5th or 6th time I've called the game here. Very spots. Nice field, and it was super hot when I got here earlier, but it's definitely cooled off now. So it's
pretty good location for the broadcast booth, and a little bit farther than we're normally used to, but still, it's a nice, clean look down in the field. Nothing to get in our way, so we can make a good call.
2nd down and goal for Steele Canyon, as Andrade will look to throw. He's under pressure, and he is going to be brought down by a host of Dons, and that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from about the 11. Andrade had no chance on that one.
Yeah, outside linebacker Taylor Asole came in on a delayed blitz, but really read it well. Knew exactly where Andrade was going to go as he kind of stepped into the pocket, and he came underneath the running back there, who's attempting to block him, and came in on the sack.
So Steele Canyon, I mean, like you said, they may not walk away winning this game, but they need something positive here. They need to score and to kind of have something to build on. So we'll see if they can take advantage here. 3rd and goal from about the 11. Handoff on looks like a trap play to Lonnie Tuff, but that didn't fool anybody. Maybe a yard. Brings up 4th and goal.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, new coaching staff, right now they're not in the class at Cathedral, but, due to the turnovers, this game that was relatively close and exciting turned into a blowout. So right now they just have to kind of gain some momentum so next week during practice they can build on it. You could still have a decent year if you start out slowly. I mean, we saw Cathedral a few years ago go 1-4 and went on to win a section title, so it can be done.
The field goal attempt is blocked. Vance could not get it up there enough, and the attempt is blocked. It would have been about a 27-yarder, but it is no good, and Cathedral will take over with 4:24 left here in the 3rd.
Yeah, Zach Vance tried the field goal opportunity, but nobody was blocking from the far outside, and the Cathedral defender came in and blocked it easily. So tough break there. Promising drive that kind of stalled as Cathedral's defense stifled there inside the 10-yard line, and they came away with no points. A little frustrating for the Cougars.
So Bogart and company will come back out. Handoff over to Hartson, and Hartson changes direction, still going, and finally tripped up after he picks up maybe 3.
Yeah, that little end-around handoff to Hartson has worked pretty well here tonight, and it continues there. Ran a little far for maybe 2 or 3 yards, but still got positive yardage out of it, and more importantly, keeps the clock moving.
Steele Canyon's defense has been on the field the vast majority of this ball game.
Yeah, for the majority since the 2nd quarter, and I think that contributes to why this game is kind of out of hand.
Bogart looking to throw is incomplete, trying to find Gaffney, but Gaffney couldn't bring it in, and 3rd down and about 7.
Yeah, a little concerned with Bogart. He's in a little bit of a drought here. Hasn't completed a pass in about 4 or 5 attempts.
Well, he hasn't gone to Williams here a lot. It was working in the first half, but they really give credit to Steele Canyon's defense for.
Well, he hasn't gone to him since the ball went off his shoulder pads for the interception.
It's 3rd down and about 7. Bogart will have one man on far side, but we have movement, and I believe this is going to push. It is a false start penalty. It'll push him back 5 yards. So instead of 3rd and about 7, it brings up 3rd and about 12. Both teams a little flat here.
Yeah, well, I think it comes to expect that, especially first game of the year. You get that adrenaline, and you can go pretty good for about a half, and then if things get a little bit out of hand, both teams are going to kind of play to the vest right here and kind of string it out and get ready for next week's game. It's a long season for these guys. So the first game, and Cathedral really, they did their business in the first half, and then they get to create this lead.
Bogart fakes the handoff. He's going to roll and fires on the run, and it is
incomplete.
Incomplete, bringing up 4th down and 12, and the punting unit will come back on for the Dons.
I like that moving pocket by the Dons there, is that they can move it to either side of the field. And Bogart really shows good accuracy throwing on a run. Another characteristic that is really going to help him well when he moves up to D1 next year. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks that's the hardest throw for them is to be accurate and get the same zip on the ball on the run as when you're standing flat-footed in the pocket.
So Daniel Hernandez will stand at his 43. High snap, kick is up. Hernandez runs up and is going to let it bounce, and it takes a Steele Canyon bounce before it is downed at about the 44-yard line is where the Cougars will take over.
Boy, third possession where they've had good field position. They got to capitalize on this. Cougars have kind of let some opportunities here, and that's going to be frustrating when they look over the game film for this coming week. Is we had some good opportunities to put the ball deep in the Cathedral Catholic's territory, and we just didn't get the job done.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44. Andrade under center. He'll look to throw. He is under pressure, and he is going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. It looks like Xavier Williams was in there on the defensive side.
Yeah, delayed blitz there from the cornerback. I like that from the Dons. First time they showed that here in the game. And he gobbled up the quarterback immediately. So he's trying to be very versatile, playing both offense and defense here tonight.
2:43 left here in the third.
Why wouldn't you? He has great speed, and you need to utilize that both offensively and defensively.
Looked like a disaster from the start there. Andrade had a hard time feeling that snap and just kind of threw it away. And it falls incomplete and brings up 3rd down and long with 2:37 left here in the third.
Yeah, he was getting pressure up the gut by one of the D linemen for Cathedral Catholic. He just wanted to get rid of that football, and he threw it to the nearest receiver he saw.
2:37 in the third as Andrade trying to get some sort of momentum going here for his team. Trying to get the crowd into it, tried to get something. They had a moment a little bit ago on that spectacular catch by Howard on that last possession that got kind of everybody going again, and now it got to being flat again.
Yeah, you could just kind of feel it in the stadium. Everybody's just kind of sitting around watching this game.
3rd and 10. Beautiful throw by Andrade. Completes it.
I think that was Tyler.
And brought down at about the 19-yard line.
Andrade's pass, complete number 23, Brandon Howard.
And I guess Brandon Howard again.
Here comes Tyler. Tyler was off field, excuse me, on that. But nice play by Howard. Great read there by Andre. Throw the ball, nice spiral, nice tight spiral to Howard. And, boy, Howard's been their offensive star tonight for Steele Canyon. If they could kind of work off of that, I think they're going to be pretty good offensively once they get settled in.
Andrade will look to throw again. Fires over the middle.
Oh.
Incomplete. And it falls 2nd and 10.
Right through the hands of Dickens. As, man, he read him nicely. Good lead there by Andrade. They allowed the receiver to kind of run on the hash marks as he kind of pumped the fake and then threw a good spiral that went right off his hands in the end zone.
So 2nd and 10. Kind of surprised we haven't seen a lot out of. We've seen I guess the circumstance kind of determines what we're seeing here. But I was expecting a big game at Alani Tough, but they fell behind and really kind of, abandoned the running game.
Yeah, I think the fumbles by him kind of ended his night a little bit prematurely.
And that's a quick pass to Markel Lindley. And Lindley picks up about 6 yards or so. Brings up 3rd down, and we'll call it 3.
Getting back to your point, I think when Tough had the 2 fumbles, it hurt them offensively because Cathedral capitalized them and extended their lead, and then they had to almost withdraw from the running game and throw exclusively. They try to get back into this football game.
3rd and 3, and they do the draw play to Tough. Tough is hit hard after he got by the initial defender. Then he was met, and it brings up 4th down and 4. Tough's going to lose a yard on that.
Yeah, Tushan Pumale right there, the talented inside linebacker, met him head on and took him down easily.
That brings up 4th down, and they're going for it. No field goal here. Their last attempt from about this range was blocked. So Andrade has it with 1:05. He's looking to throw, fires, has a man, and he gives up the 1st down. He has it at about the 9-yard line, or 8-yard line.
Yeah.
And that was Dickens who came up with the catch.
Those short little passes out to the flat area, almost like an extended handoff now in football, and great read there by the quarterback to get it out to his back to get that first down. And second opportunity now, they got inside the 10-yard line on Cathedral Catholic. Let's see if they can capitalize here on this possession.
So first down and goal from the 8 for the Cougars of Steele Canyon. Not a lot there.
Yeah, Tough got hit. It immediately took the handoff there, but his speed got him a few yards. I don't know if he officially got 1 yard, but he did. Yeah, he did
about
get
a yard.
one.
So second down and goal from about the 7 with 15 seconds left. We'll see if they get this play off as they're still in the huddle. And it looks like they probably will get a play off before the end of the quarter. 6 seconds.
Better hurry up.
Andrade will get it off. He looked the throw under pressure, and he is going to get sacked. He is brought down behind the 10, and it will be third down and goal from about the 11 when we resume play at the start of the fourth quarter. So 35-6 is the score at the end of 3, all Cathedral Catholic.
PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to the great highlights of this week's action. Follow us on PlayOn Sports on Facebook and Twitter, and you can have access to thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Yeah, that YouTube feature is pretty nice. You can go on YouTube and check out highlights from teams from all across the country and watch your schools and players that are going to turn out to be great collegiate players, and some of them even great professionals.
Yeah, and being on the PlayOn Sports now YouTube channel, we can have access to pretty much 24 hours we can watch games, and that's such a great asset. This is going to be such a great year for us here in San Diego, but also to keep track of all the high school action from all across the country as the sport is growing and by growth every day.
Yeah, each year the high school game is just going to new levels and attracting more and more people.
I just read that a school in Texas is opening up a $60 million stadium on the campus.
Andrade on third and goal. He's under pressure but escapes it, and he'll slide down after he picks up a couple, so it brings up fourth down and goal from about the 9 or so.
Yeah, that was all Andrade right there as the pressure was coming in on him almost immediately, and he recognized it immediately and just ran up the gut to try to get any type of yardage he can. So nice play there by the quarterback as we go now to fourth and goal.
So, Thomas, did you pay for that $60 million stadium?
I wonder if Jerry did.
I wouldn't doubt it.
He's into stadiums. It was,
Just
Jerry,
a little bit.
It was a little Jerry world there in Arlington.
Fourth and goal from the 8. Andrade will fire, and he overthrows his intended receiver. And that will be a turnover of downs here, giving it back to Cathedral.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. Andrade tried to move the pocket towards his receiver, and on the run just isn't as accurate as he is when he can stand in the pocket and throw the football as he overthrew his receiver. Turnover on downs. Possession back to Cathedral.
So with 11:31 left in regulation, we'll got to keep an eye on, too, see if Coach Doyle allows Bogart to stay in the entire time or maybe take him out. And
yeah, we see if they're going to get any possession. It goes a simple handoff straight ahead.
Tony Johnson on the carry.
So picked up about 2 yards there. So it'll be 2nd and 8 with 11:13 to go. Running clock, 35-6, Cathedral Catholic over Steele Canyon here at the Cougars' home stadium on their opening night. 10:58 to go. We have a running clock here. Should be running pretty much the rest of the way for the Dons as we get a motion and a snap, so that'll be a legal movement by the Dons.
False start against the Dons.
Pushes them back half the distance to the goal. So uneventful second half, very eventful first half here at Steele Canyon.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much expected, I thought, for a, you know, the Dons did what they had to do, quite frankly, Andrew, and they got the job done. You know, they extended their lead in the second quarter with a 21-point second quarter, so they showed that they can score, and they have the explosiveness ready to go.
And under pressure, is it a safety?
Is it a safety?
I don't know.
No, loose ball. Is it a turnover?
Still waiting for the word here from the official. They haven't signaled anything, but the offense is kind of running on for Steele Canyon. Or it looked like it was. No, maybe not. So now it's incomplete. After all that, we'll just go with incomplete.
Can you help us out, guys, a little bit? A little hand motion.
It's the first game of the year for everybody.
This isn't the replacement officials, is it?
Oh, not.
Those guys that had a tough time of it, keeping their mics on and kind of flipping a coin to see what was the call. You heard that during one of the network broadcasts.
So third down, and again we have whip flags flying out. 10.5 to go here. Another false start penalty.
Half the distance to the goal.
Be half the distance to the goal. So Cathedral will huddle it up, and I'm assuming just probably hand the ball off at the middle here to give the punter some room.
Yeah.
Third and about 18 from the shadow of your own goal line. And again, we have flags all over the field.
Half the distance.
False start against the Dons.
False start penalty.
Replay third down.
And this is kind of good for the coaching staff because it'll allow them to get on top of the Dons, the mistakes here in the second half, the penalties. So.
And it's always a lot tougher when you're in the shadow of your own goal line. You're always trying to get that extra half a second. They're going to throw here on third and long, and Bogart will just tuck it and go. And he is brought down after he picks up about 5 or so.
Well, they almost had to attempt to throw or give the impressions they were going to throw the ball. I don't think they actually were, because the handoff there, if you get stuffed in the end zone, you're going to give a safety, and they were right near their 1 yard line. So it made no sense to try a traditional running play. If Bogart you can kind of get him out of the pocket there a little bit and let him run a bit out in the open field. You can pick up some yards, as you were mentioning earlier, for your punter.
And so they will punt this one away with a little bit more room to work. And again, we have flags on the field. This might be a record for the amount of penalties in a period of time.
I think it was, I don't know what that was. I don't think they're, is it a flag?
Legal substitution against the Cougars.
Yeah, going against Steele Canyon, a legal substitution.
Oh.
And so that will give Cathedral a little bit more breathing room to kick this one away.
The legal substitution. I mean, you really had to call that at like 9:49 in the fourth quarter. All right.
So Hernandez is back deep, and he'll run up, and he will field this one. Goes up the middle, and
another flag.
Well, did he call fair catch and run with it?
He might have.
Well, there's a flag on the field, and we'll see what it was, but I'm not sure if he called a fair catch and then decided to run. Game. Referees are talking it over, and that is the case. Delay a game penalty on Steele Canyon as Hernandez called the fair catch and said, you know what, I'm going to run with it.
I think he forgot he was in Canadian. Got to run that baby.
5-yard penalty against the Cougars for advancing on the fair catch signal.
But this is all expected. First game of the year, you're going to have penalties like this. So just learn from this. It'll be a lot crisper play guaranteed 2 to 3 weeks down the road here by both of these teams.
So Andrade is still in the game. He's at the Cathedral 40. So good field position here for Steele Canyon. We'll see if they can punch this one in. And
Illegal
another
motion.
whistle.
Going for the Guinness Book of World Records. Most consecutive flags thrown in a game.
So they move back 5 yards, and they started with good field position at the 40, but now they move back to about the 45. 35-6, all Cathedral. It was a close game for the first part of the first quarter.
Yeah, I think for really for the whole first quarter,
Cathedral
it was a
scored,
pretty
and Steele
exciting game.
Canyon scored right back, and they were kind of going back and forth. But after that first quarter, it's been all Cathedral.
Yeah, 2 fumbles by Tough, the talented running back for Steele Canyon, kind of hurt their offense.
Andrade looking to throw. The ball is tipped away and falls incomplete.
Yeah, a little bit late getting that ball to the intended receiver. I think it was Howard coming across the middle. He threw behind him there and it went right off his hands for an incomplete pass.
Second down and 15. Andrade again, this time has trip receivers on the far side of the field. And he's going to be under pressure, and he is going to, he escaped it momentarily and then just got leveled as he is brought down for the sack.
Yeah, somebody came in late for Cathedral. They got lucky they didn't get hit for a late hit on the quarterback.
I thought for sure the way the flags were coming out, I thought that would be one, but they let it go. And the clock will continue to tick here at 3:15, 3rd and 15 with 9:06 left.
And the thing that, and the reason why it was scary, Andrew, was that defender used his helmet to come in on the quarterback. He could have been drawn for a big penalty.
So Andrade, 3rd and long, trip receivers on the far side, and he will look to throw. He has time to throw this time, fires, and has it complete.
Pass complete.
And it's going to bring up 4th down and long. That was Ricky Francis getting his first touch of the ball game.
Yes, and really haven't said a lot about the talented wide receiver. He hasn't been on the field that much, or excuse me, running back. He's also a talented linebacker for the Cougars.
So 4th down and about 7 here for Steele Canyon with 8:19 left. Andrade with trip receivers will drop back. He's going to do the draw play to Lonnie Tuff, and Tuff is going to fight for the yardage, and I believe he has it for a first down. Great call there by the coaching staff, Longerbone, to go with that draw play. That will be a first down.
Yeah, and it's a perfect play for Tuff. They really gained big yardage. That delayed draw, as we explained earlier, is you allow that defensive line to kind of make penetration towards the quarterback, and that allows to utilize Tuff's speed to get past them and then work his way into that secondary, and hopefully he can make a couple of moves to get a first down.
So Andrade will look to throw. This time he is going to roll, stops, switches directions, and now he'll just slide down to the ground. Picks up a nice pickup there on first down. Picks up maybe 5. So good heads up there by Andrade, and also smart slide there as you saw the defenders approaching him.
Yeah, that play was designed to move the pocket out to the far outside. He looked downfield, didn't see anything, and you got to play it almost by ear to see when you make your initial reads and make sure that the receivers are open. If they're not, then you got to tuck that ball in and then make your move offensively running-wise past the tackle on the outside.
So 2nd and 6. Andrade will drop straight back. Flips it over to the far side. Had a man there, but can't make the catch, and I believe that's Francis again. That was Francis. He was open, but couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, tough throw. Far hash mark there, and you got to throw it across the field. It has to be a tight spiral to Francis. It was not, and it's an incomplete pass.
So 3rd and 6. 6:56 left in regulation, 35-6 Cathedral. If you're just joining us, it was a tight first quarter, but all Cathedral after that. Andrade on 3rd down and 6 fires a slant, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Vance, but ball was knocked away. It brings up 4th down.
And looking ahead to Cathedral's schedule, as we've been mentioning, two excellent home games on their schedule. Next week, Torrey Pines comes over from the short ride from their campus, and then the big one with Helix in 2 weeks. That should be an exciting contest, and you're going to see a lot of anticipation for that battle.
That will be an exciting game.
Mm-hmm. And you know Cathedral wants to revenge that 48-14 loss that they had at the hands of the Highlanders.
So Andrade on 4th down is going to be brought down, and pass is incomplete after he was brought down, and that will bring up a turnover, a down. So 1st and 10 for Cathedral with 6:46 left here.
Yeah, you couldn't see it. It was all the way over. The far judge said to hit the turf before the receiver made the catch.
So we'll see if Bogart stays in the game or if they bring in.
I think it's Bogart.
First down and 10. It's a quick snap and head towards the middle for Bogart there. Second down and 9 as they pick up maybe a yard. Again, want to thank everyone tuning in today, wherever you may be listening or watching from across the globe. Thanks for making us a part of your evening or day or whatever the time may be, wherever you're listening. And a handoff there for Tanner Carter, his first carry of the ball game, and he picks up a few. Brings us up 3rd down and about 7.
There is a quarterback change, but I don't have the player's number on my roster. It's number 10.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
If I'm reading that right, I hope I am. Get a better look here.
3rd down and 7. And they're going to throw here on 3rd. Fires a quick strike, but only a pickup of a couple. And brings up 4th down.
Number 86, Drake Hills. Tackled by 16.
Drake Hills with the reception there.
4th down.
Drake Hills, a junior receiver, his first catch of the ball game, and brings up 4th down. And Cathedral is going to punt this one away. And we have whistles on the field again before the punt. So we'll see what was going on with that.
Got the quarterback. He is the JV quarterback, Clayton Dale, number 10.
That's why he wouldn't be on the varsity roster.
5-yard penalty and a 1st down for the Dogs.
.453 left in the ball game here. Cathedral has it. After the penalty, gives it back to Cathedral for a 1st down. So the clock is rolling, 4:39. And that was Michael Mulvihill, who had a big play on the defensive side of the ball, gets the carry here for Cathedral.
Think of it, it's kind of cool for the JV quarterback. He played a full game, and now he gets to play in a varsity game.
Quick little end around there and a lot of room. And a big pickup, I believe. That was Hartson. And he's been a big player tonight as well. It's a good player to have, Hartson. He is a senior, but he's kind of the X factor here for Cathedral.
Yeah, I like his size, 5'7", 175. Obviously he's fast. He kind of lose track of him in a play downfield, and you got to make sure that you're covering him at all times.
Same play, but to the opposite side and a different ball carrier this time. That was Tanner Carter with the ball, and he picks up about 7.
And plus, you can use him as the X factor on the end arounds with the handoff, and you can use his speed also to the outside to kind of extend your running game. So
yeah, he's definitely a great player to have, a good complement to Williams and Johnson and the rest of the gang. So 2nd and 3. Handoff up the middle, and not a lot there. In fact, maybe lost a yard. I believe that was Carter again.
Well, if you look at it, they got Xavier Williams. He's almost like the prototypical wide receiver, good height and speed. The running game with Johnson, and then obviously, and then you look at the tight end. He's a perfect Bill Gaffney, 6'1", 210. And then you add Hardison. Boy, those are 4 great offensive weapons for Bogart to utilize over the course of a year.
Drew Gaffney missing his brother's game right now as Stanford is taking on San Jose State as we speak. Tyler Gaffney is getting some playing time.
I don't think Tyler Gaffney plays football anymore.
He does.
I thought
or is he going just baseball?
Yeah, I think that was the reason why he signed the big contract with the Pirates.
Then I could be I'm mistaken then. Mm-hmm. Well, then, big pickup of first down there as we are approaching the 2.5-minute mark here in the final quarter. First down and 10 from the 32.
Comes Dale with a nice and naked bootleg out to the outside.
Picks up about 5 or so. Cathedral is just methodically marching down the field here in the final 2:25. 2nd down and 6, as they're going to say he picked up 4. So the Cathedral doesn't look like they've lost a step from last year's successful team.
No, not at all.
And we were asked Coach Doyle about that before the game. Said, any pressure, any stress on you guys just to continue to win? He's like, no, a lot of these guys, it's going to be their first time or it's going to be only their second time. So you take it one game at a time. He's like, I know it sounds cliche, but that's really what you do.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the beauty of having a program like theirs is you almost are grown up inside of it. So every game is you have a target on your back, so you just get used to that factor. But if Hartson followed his block, he would have had a clear sail to the outside. He kind of cut it up a little bit too soon, and that allowed the defenders to come up and hit him.
Brings up 4th down and 2 with 1:39 left here. First down and a couple kneel downs would be the game if they can pick up a first down. Otherwise, Steele Canyon will get it back with a little bit of time left. And we'll see if that does happen. We'll see if Andrade comes out or if they put in their backup quarterback.
But, getting back to Cathedral, the thing that really remarks – I'll go after this play, excuse me.
4th and 2. And they hand off, and they pick up the first down as I believe that was Mulvihill. Yeah, Mulvihill runs out near the 20, and that will be the first down, and that should do it. It'll be a couple kneel downs, and that will be all she wrote, unless they decide to get some more plays in instead of just kneeling it.
Getting back to Cathedral, what I really like about them last year, after that loss to Helix 48-14, they went on to have 6 shutouts for the remainder of their season and really turn their year around and win another section title. So to me, that's great coaching, and you just really got to tip your hat to them.
And Cathedral is just going to take a knee and kneel this one out. So we are in the final minute, and it doesn't look like they're going to get another playoff. So time to pick our player of the game. I think you have to go with the senior quarterback. I guess either that or Xavier Williams, but I'll go with the quarterback, kind of setting the tone here and had a touchdown.
Oh, there we go.
And that will do it as
We're
Cathedral is going to win 35-6 here on PlayOnSports.com. So Cathedral starts their season off strong, and Steele Canyon will get back to work and try to get back on the winning track next week. We're going to step aside here, and we'll be back in just a bit here on PlayOnSports.com.
Cougar fans, next Friday night, we're here again against the Saints from St. Augustine.
What's his stats? Hey, buddy. Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com. I'm Andrew Jensen, along with our player of the game now, Garrett Bogart. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
Now you guys win 35-6. You had 3 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. Talk about your performance.
You know, it's all about the offensive line. They always do the dirty work. They give me time. My receivers caught the ball. Our defense got a ton of 3-and-out stops, and that's always good. It gives us a chance to put the offense the ball and execute.
Now, how big is it having Xavier back out there with you?
Oh, man, I love that kid. Freshman year, we had a nice connection. It was hard to get him back out, but we got him back out, and he's loving it right now. He's having a good time. We got a cornerback back out, Brandon Michelle, who wasn't going to play either, and he had a phenomenal game. He broke a couple passes down for a touchdown, had a pick. Defense played well as well.
So you guys are out there recruiting the basketball players to come help you guys win another title over here, huh?
I guess, yeah.
Now, talk about your future. You're a senior here. What's your plans after this? Do you have the potential to play at the next level? Do you have any favorites right now, or what are you thinking?
I'm keeping everything open. I mean, I'm talking to some Big 12, Pac-12 schools. I'm just going to figure it out after the season and just see how the rest of the season goes, and I'll figure it out then.
Very cool. Now, compare this team to last year's team. I mean, what's the similarities? What's the differences?
Oh, I mean, last year's team was really, really good. Special team, like probably one of the best defense we've ever had at Cathedral. Personally, I think our offensive team is a little bit better. I think we have pretty good We have really good receivers this year, and our defense is, I mean, they're different. They're 2 different teams.
Yeah.
But they're both really good in their own way.
What do you know about Steele Canyon coming in today?
I knew they were gonna, because they didn't know Xavier, and our first play was a touchdown pass. So I know we went to the Z-Jet, so I have my guy motion to get the safety to come down thinking we were giving the ball. So I motioned him, and then we put it over the top, and they switched they were mostly in kind of like a 3, but they hit up close, and they sometimes would rotate to a 2. But they were mostly in a 3 throughout the game, which is really fun to take apart.
Now, you guys play Torrey Pines next week. Any thoughts on them?
So I have a hard week to practice, and then come out on Friday. It's their first home opener, so I think we're going to have a pretty decent crowd. It should be fun.
All right, man. We'll let you go celebrate with your teammates. That was Garrett Bogart, our player of the game here on PlayOnSports.com.
Thank you.
All right, man. Good luck. So back to wrap it up here at Steele Canyon High School, where Cathedral beat Steele Canyon 35-6. It was a close game in the first quarter, but Cathedral made some adjustments and really pulled away in the second half. Garrett Bogart, our player of the game, had a monster game, 3 touchdown passes and 1 touchdown run. And Mr. Xavier Williams, who has been away from the game for a few years, comes back, has a touchdown, and Cathedral continues on where they left off from last year. Steele Canyon had a great first half. Just that second half, or after the second quarter on, kind of got in a little rut there and had a hard time moving the football. Cathedral made some great adjustments, but they have nothing to hang their head about. They have some great talent. Andrade, the quarterback, did a great job, and Brandon Howard, the receiver, a stud tonight, had all sorts of big plays. And so they'll be all right. They're going to regroup and take on St. Augustine here next week. Meanwhile, Cathedral, as we mentioned, will host Torrey Pines. And that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. I want to thank you for joining us from wherever you may be listening or watching. And again, tune into Play On Sports again next week. And enjoy your night and drive safe wherever you are.